Morning traders. So luckily I stopped the bleeding today. Hopefully we can get back over 120,000 and then well on our way to $150,000 without a setback like that we just had. I'll share more on that later. Today I want to talk about 3 stocks which I wasn't in love with but had really good catalysts. So let's go right over to the trading screen and check them out. There's 3 tickers, ADN, ILAG, and then QD, all of which we were watching pretty much most of the day. QD is the only one I did not trade, and that's because pre-market it was just really nasty, and then at the market open it was also pretty nasty. But let's just quickly look at the weekly chart, just because there's a lot of action going on this one. Big move today with pretty nice relative volume for the fact that it's only 10:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Could be a little bit more, but it could always be a little bit more. Okay, so industry, consumer finance, 250 shares outstanding, market cap of 507 million. So definitely more of a mid to large cap, much larger than a company that I'm usually trading, but that's, typically fine. I like the price range. And then the catalyst here looks pretty good. So this ticker is trading higher after they had a bunch of revenue from their Foodies Festival fueled sales. So that sounds pretty good. Shows a lot of retention. What I would like to see is really this ticker break over $2 well, maintain the volume, and then hold its highs. Then we'll probably see this ticker again, see one of these multi-day rallies. I'm not going to be holding overnight or anything myself, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were trading this ticker again. Right now, we are back over VWAP, which you can see here, and it's really starting to rock with some really nice volume. So that's super healthy to see. And I was just about to jump back in on trading this one, but Again, I'm not in love with the tickers today, and it's just feels like the first day I'm green in a while. So I'm just let me just go ahead and take the profits. I'd be a little bit disappointed if I was just, right back in the red today. Let's move to ADN, which is our second lead gapper at the moment. Actually, coins popping up here, but in terms of small caps, ADN is our second lead gapper. This ticker was pretty nasty after the market opened, and it wasn't even that great pre-market either. But let's just start on the daily first as well. This is a ticker we've traded multiple times in the past. They're an electric equipment company, and they're really riding the European wave of going more green, sustainable energy, especially with the Ukrainian crisis going on. So that's what's pumping ADN, more of a macro news, which can be really good for multi-day momentum for sure. As long as there's maybe a little bit of micro news in there too. Something company specific. That combo is usually really nice. 50 million shares outstanding, 170 million market cap. Yeah, that's okay. Definitely more of a ticker that I'm usually trading between $2 and $7, so that looks really good. The problem on this ticker, and you'll see the 5-minute here, it was just really choppy, and this is primarily where I was trading it. I had one of my best trades though in this area, and at the market open, this ticker was just really nasty, so I didn't look at it anymore. It pops up here, but the volume was always kind of around 100,000 shares, which is really not a lot for a $3 ticker, and the continuation on this ticker was just awful. So if you wanted to trade this ticker, you really wanted to trade the range, I think that could have done really well, but I'm not a big range trader anymore, and I really don't want to get in the habit of just switching my strategies all the time. So I'd rather kind of wait and be patient for something to set up. And that's what I did, and that's what we got right here. I missed this breakout, but I really nailed this pullback right here and got that pop. I sized in a little bit more, close to 1.5, almost 2 times average size right here in this trade. So I was actually red on this ticker, and then this one trade put me back in the green, so that was really nice. I tried for this pullback, but small little win there, and then it was pretty much done. So ADN, I don't know, it's really struggling. It feels like there's tons of back holders on this ticker, which I'm sure there are, and it just feels like there's huge amount of resistance. Every time it pops, it gets sold right into again. So I'm not the biggest fan with ADN at the moment, but hey, that catalyst is not so bad. Anything operating sustainable energy right now, I could definitely see for multi-day momentum. So I wouldn't totally discounted, but at the same time, it's just not my favorite to be day trading. It is, though, surprisingly, the ticker I'm up on the most, $124. But both of these are really just scratches. I feel like I couldn't really edge into tickers today. I was lacking a little bit of confidence, which is totally understandable. So I'll take my small scratch day as long as it's green, and then hopefully we'll get a little bit more momentum later on the week. The last ticker here, ILAG, I'm up $39 on this one, so very small, and I could have done a lot better on it. I was actually red on this ticker for quite some time, so what you're seeing is really just me digging out of the hole here. On the daily chart, this ticker is a bit of a disaster. It's really a giant dead cat bounce, and there's some offering news going on here, so that's not even really that good. So they're just raising capital. I don't know. I'm not in love with this ticker. I really would not be super optimistic going from here. So much resistance ahead, and I still think this is a dead cat bounce. Obviously, anything could happen, and I'm more focused on the intraday. It is more of a small cap though, 75 million shares outstanding, so something that I really would be typically dialed in. Nice price range. But the 5 minute, you'll really see here how, pre-market, it wasn't very exciting. And then at the market open, this ticker actually had this huge blow off top here. And I was trading it in this area, trying to get filled, and then it just rips up, and I just quickly sold my shares, not nearly at the high. I actually sold it right before the pop, but this was like a flash. It just went up and went back down, and I kind of lost my trust in this ticker. I did one more small trade right in here on this bull flag. Got a little bit of a 5 minute setup here, but it was also a little bit extended as well, so I wasn't super confident. Otherwise, I would have sized up more. This was about half my average size, so this was a very small size trade. I probably should have done at least an average size on here, so I was a little bit too risk averse on this trade, but that makes sense because last week I was way too aggressive on everything, so I just really need to pipe it down a little bit and then get more aggressive as we go forward, as I have a little bit more flow on a certain ticker. Here was another setup right in this area. It was a really good 5 minute setup. That's what I liked about it. Sometimes I'm a little iffy trading these 5 minute moves where the 5 minutes on the front side, but the 1 minute is on a backside. This time it worked out really well. I didn't trade this one, but at the same time, it is a backside move. So it's not usually my favorite. I usually like trading when both 5 minute and 1 minute are on the front side. Then again, in this market, a lot of things get stuck in the range a lot more, and they'll have like this quick pop and then they die off. So it might be a good idea to trade the range a little bit more, just looking for maybe a simple mean reversion and whatnot, because trading high, trading aggressive, more of a breakout momentum trader is really tough in this bear market. Plus it's midsummer, which is historically a bad time for momentum and volume in general. So being a little bit more risk averse is probably the right idea. And then here are my stats, which reflect what you saw on TD Ameritrade. We did 21 trades today, actually more than I thought, and my winning ratio was really low today. So that's why I didn't size and keep on trading. I just felt like I wasn't really in sync. Usually this will be over 60, and on green days it's over 70 and 80%. So my win ratio is really bad. But look at this, my average win, average loss was really good. So my risk reward was on point today. I felt like my risk management was really good. I couldn't get on the flow on tickers, but I felt like I was really managing my risk today. One of my first trades of the day, I took a pretty decent 4% loss, but I did very small size on it right here, half my average size. So that allowed me to walk away with a very small dollar loser. So in that regard, I did pretty good. But yeah, my average size today is just absolutely tiny. And that really is because I was not able to start sizing into winners. There was just like 2 or 3 trades where I sized up a little bit more because I felt more comfortable, but everything else was just scratches and trying to get my feet wet, trying to find the right ticker. We did have 3 tickers today that were moving, and actually quite a few more that I didn't find that interesting. So really a big thing was just, I didn't really love today. But here you see it, a little bit of chop in the morning, and then I finally get green after I think ILAG, and then initially that move on ADN. But I could have maybe done a little bit more on ILAG, but the opportunities were also a little bit slim today, and there was a lot of chances of just giving it back. And that's what happened to me a lot today at first. Anyway, don't think I'm sizing down. I'm ready to size up. I would be happy to do a 5x average size trade tomorrow if the opportunity presented itself. But until it does, and until I'm in a little bit on the flow on a specific ticker, I'm not going to size up more than about average position size, especially in this market. That's really my mistake last week. I just got way too aggressive for really no reason. And right now in this bear market, it pays more than ever to focus on risk management. So that's really what I'm doing. One last thing is I'm actually going to be away on Friday. So if we come down here to July, I'm going to be gone on Friday. So it's going to be a short week for me, only 3 more trading days. I'll be traveling on Friday, but I'll be actually back in Berlin already on Sunday. So next week I'll be fully focused again. But yeah, short week for me, no trading on Friday. Well, that's all for me. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.